Once in a faraway land lived a princess. The princess loved to travel and saw so many parts of the world. But in her travels, she felt homesick and missed her mother, the queen. The princess loved her mother so dearly, and every time she traveled, she would search for something to bring back for her. On one of her early travels, she went to the desert, and there she met a merchant who told her of a beautiful lamp he had had that would truly be the greatest gift of all. Amazed at its extravagance, she bought the lamp and brought it home. Her mother told her how beautiful it was, and she put it on the shelf with all her other precious things she had collected through the years. As the years passed, the daughter would go off to other lands and bring more gifts home, hoping that she would find something that her mother would love as much as she loved her mother. One winter, the queen had fallen ill. The princess thought if she could finally find that perfect gift, she could let her mother go in peace. So the princess went to the high mountains, hoping there would be something her mother would love more than anything. The princess came across a seamstress who was selling her blankets, and the princess thought a blanket could give the same worth her mother had given her her whole life. The princess thanked the woman for such wonderful work and went home to give the mother the blanket. When she gave the mother the blanket, the mother looked at her and shook her head. The mother said, "I don't need this blanket. The greatest gift I was ever given was you, and nothing in this world would mean more to me." The princess shed a tear as the mother fell asleep that night. She finally knew what to get her mother before she passed. The princess went to a local painter and asked him to paint a portrait of her. The princess sat in the studio with the painter for hours, and when it was done, he offered the daughter a wide variety of frames. The princess said, "No, this will be perfect. My mother will be very happy." The mother glowed with joy as the princess hung the portrait over the mantel. She said, "Now this is the closest thing to a perfect gift you could have ever given me." A few weeks later, the princess came home to find the mother had passed. The princess wept for weeks. One morning, the painter came to the castle to bring her a painting he was working on while she was away. It was a portrait of her mother, and when she saw it, her pain lessened, for even though her mother was gone, in some way she was still there. The princess hung the portrait next to hers, and when her daughter asked about them, she told her the importance of family and love. She told her that even with all this beauty in the world, it is worth nothing without loved ones to share it with. Her child took these words and lived by them.